is this place? An Area X.
Like, whoa.
Like, no. True. Swear.
An ancient archive filled with secret stories.
From a past we only know about through rumors. But out here in East Jesus nowhere.
How'd you find it?
Last time I went researching. You had permission? No. I was up on that path up there. Rock skittered. Slid down to here.
Feet first?
Roger that.
Lucky.
Congratulations. So then can we go? All this vegetation on steroids makes me... Ugh.
Low key. Get cornered and we're toast.
Sorry. Auto-react, past tense. Hey, Glow Girl, no DM for Miles. Don't care, this is who I is. Not too shab. Shut that down, we're here to explore.
Let's dig for proof.
As in, scratch underground? But these nails? How else to prove old-time stories got written down? The good ones, recorded as books, to have and to hold?
Claps to that. What's with you?
Look. At what? That veggie salad looks sus. Only one way to find out.
Get a grip.
Whatever this is, or was, it's worthless now.
Epic jacked.
Crazy whacked.
Good for grubs to eat and maybe termite treats.
Enough with playing the rhyme game. We have to head back. Chillax. Sure looks legit. Might be a key. To what? To finding forbidden books that got squirreled away. Hidden deep inside of some ancient archival enclave. No proof such an archive exists. Got proof. In my bones and in my head. Words from years ago from me mum that I remember. She would string together words when I was little. And I'd wear them as daisy crowns. Daisy crowns? She'd braid whole sentences with them and coronate me. And we'd laugh. She'd call me princess. And then she would tell me the most awesome, wild, and wacky stories. How come I don't have rememberables like you do? You weren't the flu bag I was. It took me 4 full years to pink up.
Lucky. Got to spend all that time with your mom. Not sent off for sleepaway school before you could walk. Not like we were.
I know. That must have been really rough.
Only getting to go back for visits when everyone's working, too busy making money to notice you're home.
Guess Mom's words and stories did give me a kind of permiss.
Question?
To be creative. Explore the unknown. Bite your tongue.
Bite your own. Want to hear what she has to say.
She would tell me of places like this. Filled full of old books, where the stories recorded inside them were kept written down so they'd stay remembered. At least, that's how I recall. Then I was little, so...
In that case, let's screen save this thing, whatever it is, as proof it's for real, not imagined.
Could be guarding an entranceway to an Area X.
Like in your mom's stories.
Right. Okay, enough pics, call it quits.
Why the scurry? Where's the hurry?
Hey, we may have skipped out of school to have this adventure, but heads will roll if we're not in our rooms by bed check.
A minute or 3. I'd like to inhale this place before we leave it.
Holy smack and a double whack. Why was this thing never found? All the years out of sight and out of mind?
And out of bounds.
And the same can't be said about us. Let's touch back with her here tomorrow. We're gonna miss dinner. Okay. Tomorrow. What the?
Need a stick to pick them up?
Yeah. Thanks. Looks like some kind of scroll. Really old. Shouldn't touch. Could turn you shock sick, make you toxic. But this might be the proof we're after. There are books hidden, deep and close by. And this scroll and that thing together could lead us to them. To old books. Are you crazied? I bet you. This goes with that. And this part must slide into here. Want to load it up and roll it? See what story this scroll has to tell? There's a reason undigitized books have been outlawed forever. To protect the general good and public health. And before downloading text files was demanded, paper pages were like the standard. Mold and mildew breed disease. This is no book. It's artwork and it's pictures. And I'm gonna load it in and crank it.
I hear a beat. Something resonating in the static.
Some missing link. Reconnecting. Something ancient yet familiar.
Ditto that.
Makes me want to believe.
To embrace.
Become all I imagine. Must be cotton in my ears. You really don't hear? Oh, wait. Coming in loud and clear. To turn will be our delight. Till by turning, we come round right.
I have to protect these boxes or they perish. What the hell? Who are you?
Sun's ready to set. Park's closing. Means you're off limits. You realize that, don't you, ma'am?
If I do or if I don't, so what?
It's time to get gone from this place.
Just what are you, a soldier?
What makes you ask?
A camouflage?
Oh, this. You could say so. Yeah, in a manner of speaking, I am.
But not with the agency.
No, not in that manner.
What other manner is there?
I'm with a different, a higher kind of order. And my job is, well, to watch over folks like you.
You're suggesting...
Oh, I would never suggest that.
Can't you be more precise with your language, with your words as they are? Sound and fury signify nothing.
How long are you going to be out here alone?
This is a public space that my taxes pay for, thank you. And if feral cats can squat, then I can too.
Park closes at dusk. Do you want to get arrested?
For what?
Trespassing.
I could get myself arrested for most things these days.
Maybe so, but not by me.
Give me one good reason I'd be inclined to believe that.
You're free to believe what you want to believe.
And so I shall.
Hey, not so fast.
You are arresting me.
Nope, just doing my job. So, what do you say? Let me take you home, if you have one.
You think I'm homeless?
Looks like.
Well, I'm not at all. I have a perfectly lovely room in my daughter's basement.
And where would that be?
Not your business.
You really don't have to feel like you're lost and abandoned.
Who told you that about me?
It's in your permanent file.
I have a file? Get out of my way!
Got my orders right here to help some bookkeeper out, and these meetup coordinate points directly to you.
Must be a mistake. I have never been an accountant. I don't have an inclination toward math, except to draw compass roses.
Oh, bookkeeper. 2 words. Overlook the space in between. Are you one of those?
I am a keeper of books.
And this do-over's still on track.
What are you talking about?
Not to worry. I won't screw up again. I can't afford to. If I do, I get reassigned to where it's hot. But that's not your problem. There are always other options for VIPs.
And I'm one of those.
You are, or were, according to your file.
You said were, am I dead?
No, not at all. My objective is protective, not post-mortem.
Well, that's a relief. So my boxes may still have the chance to survive and be counted.
Referenced resources, right? I read that, page 1 of your file, the only part I could access.
I don't care. I have enough problems of my own without taking on yours too.
So, what will you do with these boxes?
It's enough that I should know. But if I can't get them safely away, if I can't protect them, whole records of world humanities will disappear. First seized, then destroyed, then eliminated forever.
So it's books that are in those boxes?
My whole collection.
Spool? History on a spool.
What'd I say about playing rhymes?
Brain fart, my bad. Tongue slipped. Just how vintage is this scroll? Want to guesstimate?
Just before, after the purge, if I'd had to read it.
Who's rhyming now?
Check their threads. Dragging edge, plus the story's so unscientific.
Be more specific.
Take the one in the cape. Sparkles plenty, but clearly a fiction. And nowhere near the fan kind. I like how this story is coming from one point of view. One person's creation.
I like how the pictures are bold. The character's old.
No digital book that I know features wrinkled peeps.
That's cold, even for you.
Who I is? Just shut it, can't you, for once, and let us enjoy?
And this place where you're taking these books?
Not sure. I've never been there.
But far away?
Well, there are many places to choose from, some far and some close.
I should take you home, where there's map questing information, and I'll touch base with my own, cartographer.
Your what?
You've had a long day.
How would you know?
Been watching.
Oh, then you would know I'm out of time.
Time's not relative.
Not when Sissy has betrayed everything I ever stood for.
That's right, Mom. I'm selling them off, the whole collection.
But I need my books for teaching Molly.
No more of that either. Molly's going to get the schooling she deserves.
And I'm not giving her that.
You've homeschooled my kids for long enough, but once I've got money for wheels...
A car.
Well, duh.
You don't even drive.
Cars have been driving themselves for years.
Computerized ones.
Duh, again.
Don't trust to things that are programmed by somebody else.
Get over it, Mom. How things operate in the real world.
Oh, don't be so cavalier.
Don't be so old school, then.
I didn't raise you for this.
I know. You raised me to believe in your magical thinking.
I don't understand.
You homeschooled me too, remember? In a house that had no computer, didn't learn by getting informed by the World Wide Web, had to teach myself the more practical things to believe in.
Sissy.
Mom, You rarely let me learn from outside people, just from those characters in your fantasy fictions. No need to read deeper meanings into them either. No need to answer those questions my friends were asking.
Oh, are you done?
Just getting started. Why this agency buyback program is golden means I'll have access to cash to improve in the ways that I want. Bounties for books, and we got plenty of those. Books for cash, cash for car gets Molly to a new school where she can learn STEM.
What's STEM?
What real schools teach: science, technology, engineering, and math.
And where are the arts in all this?
Your granddaughter needs to function in the real world.
And stories from world civilizations can't teach her the same.
They can't, they won't, and that's final.
And how does the agency even know about my great books collection?
Their eyes and their ears and their agents are everywhere.
And she did it too. She boxed up all my books and she stacked them while I was sleeping and snuck out on her little cat feet to go to the office. Well, I couldn't let that stand and I stole my books back.
And how does Molly feel?
What?
How and where she gets her schooling?
It's not up to her. This is something that Sissy and I have to hash out between us.
But isn't she Molly's mother?
My problem, not yours.
All right, you're right. But you're still going to need some help to preserve those boxes.
If the books fall into the wrong hands, they're as good as destroyed.
I get it. So why turn down my offer?
Your offer. What's in this for you?
If I do good for you and do good, you'll acknowledge this. Please.
Acknowledged. To whom?
To my higher ups and in public. So I'm reinstated. So I can get back my wings. They don't like when I say that out loud.
What's going on?
There's a GPS drone overhead, 10 o'clock high.
We had no idea there was such things in the air.
You're, not transmitting, are you?
Not that I know of.
There's nothing electronic about you? Not even a cell phone?
Yes. But it's not turned on.
Still, might be sending a signal.
How come it didn't detect me?
It's the camo. Sets up a protective force field.
So as long as I'm in range?
Not invisible exactly, but the force of the cape makes it easy to overlook.
And how come I can see you?
I'm insisting you do.
Oh.
Look, you need someone to help you preserve that collection. I need an affirmation to get reinstated. Seems to me if we work together...
You'd assure that my great book survived, get passed along.
You expect guarantees?
Wouldn't you?
Depends. What books are in those boxes anyway?
Great literary treasures, old and new, from cultures all around the world. The Fire Next Time, The Rubaiyat, The Tale of Genji. Oh, and children's books too. Peter Pan, The Wizard of Oz, Arabian Nights. All stories the world needs to hear, to reference.
It's coming around again. Have to get off this pathway.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah, we do. Name's Gabrielle. Now, quickly, into the woods.
Who's she?
Shut your face and watch.
Molly? Nana? What's happened to the boxes I left in the hallway? Where are you, Molly? Nana, no time for games. Where's Nana's coat? Should be right here, right next to Molly's. What's going on? Molly? Precious! Come out, wherever you are. You and Betty Davis. Where in the world are you and that dog of yours hiding?
What's with the picture flicker? An SOS?
Too bad we can't text tech services to fix it.
Always happens when what's being streamed starts getting good.
Don't you do this to me! Where are you, Molly? Nana? Betty Davis? You know I can't finish up without extra help.
Finish up? With what?
This screen share she started, maybe? If that's what this is.
It's possible, I guess. One could imagine.
Please! Anyone! If you hear this, I need help!
She's calling for us?
She's calling for Molly and Nana and Betty Davis.
That shout out was generic. She said anyone.
Which we're not. We're the G&T Super Bright Hopefuls from Poly Prep 4. And as Poly Prep's gifted and talented, shouldn't we try? Maybe trust to imagination? Go with the flow? Imagination? You crazy? I've never, if ever, been asked to work that muscle. Could be the greatest sweatless workout ever. Not fair.
Never is.
Trust the magic. You coming with us or not?
Not in the kitchen. Not upstairs. Where are you hiding?
You called, Mama?
Where have you been?
Betty Davis had to pee. I took her out.
Where's your grandmother?
Nana? She's out.
She left you alone?
I don't need a sitter. I'm 7.
Where did she go?
Didn't say.
Been gone long?
Since after lunch. Nana asked me to write down my very own Robin Hood story, like the kind we just finished reading.
I thought those stories were banned.
Really? Why?
Some folks think the rich should enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Well, of course, I guess, so long as they enjoy in moderation.
Moderation? Where'd that come from?
The cave story. In the Republic?
You're reading Plato?
With Nana.
I should have figured. She had me reading the same when I was your age.
Bet you liked it too.
Back then, I suppose I did.
And now?
Another time, Precious, okay?
The story I'm writing for Nana will be in cursive. You want to see?
Not now. Have you got a clue what Nana did with my collection?
That collection's not yours.
I've someone showing up who will expect it to be here.
Ooh, Mama, who's coming to visit?
Someone very important to us and to our future. Oh, shit.
You said a bad word. An allowance-losing kind of really bad one?
Why would anyone come to collect something 3 hours early? Who does such a thing? Have to get this into the kitchen.
Took you long enough to show up? Wasn't sure what to wear. I had to imagine, like, a pantsuit. Whatever. Before she comes back. The door was ajar. I heard noise. I hope you don't mind. I'm here to pick up an order the agency sent me.
Of course it did.
Here's an invoice listing the titles and prices agreed upon. You'll review this, please.
Seems right.
So then, where is this collection?
I wish I knew.
You don't? But we have a contract.
We do? Since when?
Since you logged on to our website.
Only way to chat.
You queried us, filled out forms.
Only way to get the agency to respond.
When you clicked on agree, you accepted our terms and conditions, one of which was that you would sign on the dotted line.
Which I never did.
No problem. I signed on to it for you, on your behalf.
This cannot be valid.
It is. And all claims against failure to read the fine print have been waived.
Where does it say that?
So, I ask you again, where is this collection of yours?
That collection's not hers.
Enough, Molly. I knew where the books were this morning, next to the stairs. I'd packed them all into the boxes and set them aside.
Packed boxes don't move on their own.
You think I don't know that?
It's criminal to renege. You should know that too, item C in paragraph 12 of the remedies section.
I'm not reneging.
If I had $1 for each time. Forget it. Put your coat on, we're going downtown.
To your office? No, please.
Why are you upsetting my mama?
People rarely come back from there.
You're making her cry.
Molly, Betty Davis, do not make things worse. Don't ball up your fists like that, Molly. And Betty, stop growling. This is no way to treat our guest.
Our what?
Just do it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you want this unpleasant business to disappear, hand over your book collection. It's as simple as that.
Those books aren't hers, they're Nana's.
I said that is enough.
Who's Nana?
Oops. Sorry.
I asked you, who is Nana?
My mother, that's who. Now leave the kid alone.
That actually makes more sense. It's the elders, the hoarders, who keep these collections intact.
My grandma's not a hoarder.
But clearly she is.
It's no crime to have a collection.
It is if it's contraband.
What's contraband mean?
Illegal.
Means trafficking in goods that you know have been outlawed, which your mother knew Grandma was doing, or why contact us?
For that buyback money, why else? For my kids' education.
I'm not here to judge, just to pick up the agency's order, which, should you refuse to hand over, could mean jail time.
You'd lock Mama up?
No choice. An electronic trail's been engaged. Can't modify that without proper authorization.
If only you had showed up at the time that we'd agreed on.
Most people I deal with appreciate early pickups.
Our appointment is for 7 tonight. That means as of this minute, no crime has been committed.
An interesting theory, but
Please, just 3 hours more, and I promise I will deliver.
Is Nana in trouble, Mama?
not if Mother turns over one book collection as promised. Anyone's will do. It's the stories inside of those books, not who owns them, that matters.
And I'd still get that buyback bounty?
Whatever the agency promised, they will make good on.
Nana would never agree.
She will once she sees what we face if she refuses.
First sensible thing been said since I arrived. So, get your mother in here.
She can't. Nana's out.
With the agency's boxes?
Every single one.
Well then, we'll just have to go and find her. Convince your grandma to bring all those books back home.
Good luck with that. My mom can be hard to deal with.
She's gonna have to deal with me. Have you got a picture of her? I mean, I can scan it into a face recognition program. Then everyone nationwide has an easy download.
Utter waste of time. She has to be fairly close by. The woman's on foot and she's pushing a shopping cart.
A cart?
One that Mama borrowed from Target and never returned.
Molly,
Sorry.
Have you got a car? I don't.
I have a van outside.
We should search this neighborhood first, drive down every street, and then move in widening circles.
That's how Sherlock Holmes would do it. And Monkey King, too. Even though there weren't cars back then.
You drive, I'll be your lookout. Can't have the agency think I'm breaching their contract. And where do you think you're going?
With you.
No way.
Please, Mama.
Someone needs to be here should Nana come in from the cold.
I don't mind being left, but not after dark.
Well, Betty Davis will be right here with you.
Betty Davis slobbers.
Of course she does. She's a dog.
You always said she was a bitch.
She is. Just like the Betty Davis she's named for. Tough as nails and smart. And talk about wonderful eyes.
If we're going after those boxes.
Of course.
Let's move.
1 minute first. New shoes are pinching my feet. My old ones are just upstairs. Then I'm good to go. Have we stepped through some kind of portal?
Feels like.
But how far back?
I don't know.
They use shopping carts, and their vehicles roll, not hover.
Best guess.
Mid-21st century, maybe?
Serious? Whoa.
So this is what the flip side of East Jesus looks like. All done. Let's move.
Nice shoes. Looks like you and me, Betty Davis, like it or not. But there's no way Nana comes home with her books. They just take them away again, and that would kill her. You agree, don't you, girl? Ah, yuck. Nana needs to be warned, and we need to get to her first. I know. I'm a kid, you're a dog. She's a needle in a haystack. Nana's slipper? Where'd that come from? What are you trying to tell me? You can track her by smell! What a super smart bitch you are.
Over hill, over dale, as we hit the dusty trail, and the caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, counter marching right about, and the caissons go rolling along.
Then it's hi, hi, he, in the field artillery. Shout out your numbers loud and strong.
1,
2, and wherever you go, you will always know that the caissons are rolling along.
battery, halt!
Outrageous is all I can say.
Must you always talk nonstop?
Whoever controls the net controls critical thinking.
Give it a rest.
Oh, not so long as that blasted agency is in control.
Of what?
Of how we get information online and modified daily by their agents.
You should worry about those things you can control, like where we spend the night.
When original versions of stories are being rewritten,
Maybe this place.
revised and replaced all over with agency versions.
You know, that thick canopy overhead looks like a natural shelter.
When each agency policy program endangers us further, like that buyback bounty one.
So what do you say? Should we bed down here?
Oh, do as you like. I'm way too upset to sleep. Oh, have to give them credit, though. That buyback program is brilliant. Once they actually own all the books, they're free to destroy them, eradicate them from memory and from conscience.
You really do need to chill.
What's this?
A bite. Locale and delicious.
Tastes like angel cake.
Bingo.
I taste other flavors too.
You certainly do. There's lavender for calmness and inner peace, celery weed for concentration, and yarrow for courage. Here, take a swig. Makes the bite go down easy.
What is it?
Moon water. Good stuff for recharging the spirit. So, uncap it, open your mouth, and let it flow.
That was soothing.
What's your name, anyway, if we're to be partners in crime?
Call me Ishmael.
What?
Just kidding. I answer to Nana.
Tell me more about these books.
Mostly first editions, unaltered copies in print. Hard to disavow.
No wonder your collection's a thorn in their side. Pass the bottle back, please. So, you're saying once these books are gone, they're like gone? No more Christmas Carol or Johnny Tremaine or Lolita?
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
You shouldn't keep what's precious in one basket, and certainly not in the open, exposed like this.
Well, I agree, only where to secure them?
I wish I knew.
Well, you're supposed to know. If you don't, how can you be helpful? And if you can't be that, why would I affirm you? I wouldn't. I couldn't.
You'd welch on a bargain?
I'm desperate.
You're not the only one. How about we stash your books under that log?
In the muck.
Just thinking outside the box for the sake of your boxes.
There's space under there that's big enough to contain them.
There will be when I get through. Nula, Tanachi, Envia, Estvia.
Stop spinning, you're making me dizzy.
I have to twirl, and there's no chance this spell will work. Nula, Tanachi, Envia.
I'd say that was a dud.
That was just a warm-up for me. The real deal is Plan B.
How'd you do that?
Kale. Lots of kale.
Someone's coming.
Nana,
Molly?
we found you. Oh, yuck. Ugh.
But how?
Betty Davis, her nose. She's amazing.
I'm so out of breath.
It's been running. They're after you, Nana. My mom and that agency woman, they're hunting you down.
And they're closing in on her fast.
Who's that?
My helpmate.
Your what?
Don't be scared. Gabriella's okay.
Where'd she come from? Out of nowhere?
I'm easy to overlook when I'm using my cape.
Awesome. I guess. Like the cloak in Harry Potter?
After a fashion. But no time for parlor tricks. Have to get back on the trail or they will catch up.
But man, I'm tired.
Have to move along or your grandma's books are done for.
Yes, she's right. I can't let them capture these treasures, not on my watch. Climb up on the cart, and I'll push you.
It's okay, Nana. I'll walk.
And you're good to go too? To help Molly? What a good girl's best friend you are. But no time for pleasantries now. Have to follow the gorge and get ourselves to safety.
Well, the forest path makes a mighty fine road. Full moon'll show us the way. So it's left foot, right foot, traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. 'Cause the North Star and the Dipper are the only maps to guide by. Follow the drinking gourd.
What'd you find, Betty Davis?
Uh-oh, this is Airbellow's crest. On account of the updrafts and wicked strong winds that blow through. Must have taken the left fork instead of the right at the meadow.
Don't stand so close.
So high and wide, and there's a river down below.
Indeed, there is.
Awesome.
So, which way now?
The only way forward is back.
This isn't a problem.
It is for you. Big problem. We can't go back without running into them first.
Who's them?
Your mother and her friend.
On this path.
There's only one.
Then this may be where we have to hide my boxes.
No cover up here, just open, exposed, rocky shale.
And there's no way down to the river? If we could get to there, we could make a raft. And then we could ferry the boxes downstream to where they'd be safe.
Good idea, but it won't work. No pathway. The only way down to that river is to fly.
You can do that?
I'm not sure anymore, but I do know my way around updrafts.
You said there was always an option for people like me. Well, roll one out now. I'll make good on my promise, my acknowledgement of you. I guarantee it.
To the public?
As long as you honestly try.
I suppose if I turned this cape into a pocket, one big enough to transport the three of us down, and I attached it in front, you know, kangaroo style. If I stretched what I'm wearing into a wingsuit,
You could do all of that?
maybe.
You can't take the books down first.
In the cart?
Well, they'd be self-contained. Much easier to move.
You're kidding, right? To ride an updraft, you need the full use of your limbs. Without those, descents can be dicey.
Do you hear something, girl?
All right already. Give me your belt. And like soaring in tandem.
Excuse me?
It's a technique that comes in handy when you're teaching hang gliding.
You taught this?
I did. Guess I've always admired and wanted to, fly.
Well then, hang glide my books down to safety and I will shout your praises. And then you'll be reinstated and get back the... What? Just because you can't say certain things mean I can't either?
Not willing to run that risk. Don't dare screw up again.
All right. I'll respect your wishes.
Only, what if I don't make it down? What if winds shift? I lose my grip and your boxes get smashed.
Well, better that than seized and destroyed and lost forever.
Still a risk.
Not for someone experienced like you are, a gliding instructor.
I do have the skill and the know-how.
Then where's your problem?
There she is! And the boxes are with her!
Hands high in the air or I'm zapping.
Molly?
Yes, Mama.
What kind of woman signs on to become a destroyer?
Just doing my job, ma'am.
But don't.
Shut it. This conversation is closed to further discussion. Who's the bird?
Not a bird. She's a helpmate.
That word doesn't exist.
It does, and it's precise.
You challenge me, kid, and you're asking for re-education.
Let me handle this, please. Get over here, Molly. Now. Tell this very nice lady how you're not contradicting. You tell her you're sorry and how you know much, much better.
I do know better. I'm sorry.
You're sorry, ma'am.
Ma'am. Okay?
I promise you, once she's enrolled in middle school alpha,
She goes there?
she will once the agency makes good on my buyback bounty.
Middle Alpha's a very fine school.
It's her best, maybe only chance for a STEM education, what your agency promises every child from the get-go.
Well, I'm not about to break an agency's promise, so I'll let the kid off with the warning.
That's generous, thank you.
But you listen up, kid. You listen good. The agency outlawed those contraband books for a reason. To keep us on top.
Of what?
Does it matter so long as we're there? Hey, kid, I'm talking to you. And I'm saying this once. You delete those stories from off your memory bank. Wipe them clean from the chips that they may have implanted. Because if you don't, I'll show up when you least expect me. And forcibly remove them from your head.
Thank thee, Agent Molly, for making this painfully clear.
Thanks.
Now then, move away from that card, the lot of you. I'm taking possession of it and its contents. Now. Agent CBO to base. Book order is secure, but I'll need extra time to transport it to the warehouse.
My, buyback bounty, please.
Count it for yourself. There should be 3,000 in bit bills.
There are 3,000 exactly.
Only not so fast. Need some back.
Why?
Supplemental, charges. 1,400 for making the warehouse stay open late. Another $1,000 for my overtime, time and a half. 200 for extra fuel. And then there's tax.
Tax 2.
The agency gets 10%. It's standard.
There will be nothing left.
Those bit bills. In my hand. Or else I'm zapping. And here's your change.
This is it? But I trusted.
As was expected.
I believed what the agency said.
Of course you did.
I thought by helping you out that we would be friends.
And so we are. Why, I'm planning to give you good credits in my report.
I didn't do this for credits. I did it for cash.
Now then, all of you, walk ahead but where I can see you. I'll need 2 hands on this cart so it doesn't tip.
Can't believe I read you so wrong.
Sissy, this isn't the time.
What now? Molly, get up off the ground.
She's gonna mess with my chip. Vacuum my brain.
Molly,
Molly! Molly,
Molly, we're going.
Fine.
Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Hud! Hey, you! Come back with that cart!
She's running.
Along the ridge.
She's fast like lightning.
She's stopped.
At the edge of the ledge.
She's thinking to push the cart over.
But that's agency property.
You go for it, Gabriella. Make us proud.
She did it. Over the edge.
Gabriella too?
Was she holding on to my cart?
My cart. My box is not yours.
She'll be dead.
Oh, not so fast. Look over there above the clouds.
Gabriella.
She's soaring?
She's riding the updrafts.
She's disappeared.
No, she hasn't. Over there.
Oh. She's hang gliding to the river. She's shepherding my collection down to safety.
Up and down.
What the hell does that bird think she's doing?
Oh, she's earning back her wings, one thermal at a time.
And up and down.
Hey, world! Can you hear me? This is Nana. Gabriella did just fine. I'm saying this loud and clear. She deserves to be reinstated.
Hold on. She's still going down.
It can't be.
She crashed?
Well, duh.
But she's an instructor, experienced.
I am smirked.
Not in front of the child.
It's over. I'm fired. And with no official agency seal of approval, I'll never get hired again.
We should give a damn.
Don't be so harsh. Remember the Little Women?
What Little Women, Nana?
Oh, they were heroines in a story that I'd hoped we'd read. 4 sisters who learned to be grateful and to cherish all that they remembered forever and ever.
There you go again with your teaching Molly to expect only these happy endings, the same you did with me.
Agent CBO to base. I need drones dispatched for a search and destroy operation, and be sure to send the ones with the cross-cutting claws. I got contraband books up and down this mountainside. Cliff notes that have to be shredded. 100%.
You'd waste your time and our money to make this point?
Just doing my job.
We can't work this out differently, maybe? Under these, circumstances, you don't think...
Not paid to do that.
But you still remember, don't you, how thinking is done?
Look, I like my job, and I'm very lucky to have it. And that's all I'm willing to think about. Full stop.
And what about us?
What about you?
At least, can you help us get home?
I might like to, but no. Have to wait for the drones to get here. Have to prove beyond a doubt your collection's reduced to confetti. Then maybe I can keep my job.
And if you don't?
I've still got 3,000 in bit bills. Minus that one.
Take this to remember us by. You're gonna need it a whole lot more than we will.
I have never been so exhausted.
We walked a long way.
I'm going to bed.
Night, child.
Sweet dreams, my precious.
Sissy, can we talk?
What about?
You've been as mute as a stone since that ledge.
You noticed.
Oh, it's hard to miss overwhelmed.
I got played.
More like you got suckered.
Don't rub it in.
I'm doing that?
Feels like.
I'm sorry, not my intention. Come, sit with me like you used to.
Like I used to was a long time ago.
You're still my daughter.
I'm different now from the girl I was back then.
No one's the same as they were on the day before, and the same holds true for the person that you'll be tomorrow.
I used to be muchier. My muchiness has gone.
Take comfort then that your Alice still remains.
My Alice?
Your Wonderland.
Oh, let's not go there.
Oh, you're the one bringing up Lewis Carroll. It means his story, his Alice, still resonates with you.
That creep was a pedophile.
Oh, what has that got to do with the thing?
So you were aware?
Aware there was criticism, aware that those charges against him were never proven.
And you never shared this with me for my edification?
Oh, such a very big word.
But precise, from the Latin educare, to instruct, to inform, to enlighten, like you always taught me, Mom. There are words that are precise for every meaning, and when you choose not to use them, you're covering up.
You're accusing me of what?
The sin of omission. What else? He was Alice's tutor, Mom. You should have at least helped me put that part into context.
And the point was never why the man wrote what he did. It was always about his stories and how they inspired.
Inspired us to believe in illogical logic?
To remind us to separate artworks from those who made them. To insist that each stand on its own.
But they don't stand alone. They're connected.
Of course they are. From the artist's eye to the eye of the beholder. And when we can see through the artist's unique perspective, doesn't that allow for our humanity to be shared?
Nice theory, Mom, but in practice.
Why must everything for you serve a practical function?
I bought into your fantasy world, and look where it got me. Degrees that I never wanted, a love child by someone wrong for me from the start, and a dead-end job that can barely keep food on the table, and now, with no car and no chance for the real life that I wanted.
We did talk of Lewis Carroll, and of his wondrous, wild, and wacky imagination.
But never of his dark side. How the smiles on his Cheshire cat covered nothing but lies. How his caterpillar was stoned. How the hatter was mad.
When you strip away art, all that's left is a hard, cruel world.
I don't have time for this now.
Life has to be about more than just form and function.
I need my own place in the real world, and I need it now. No more living with you in this house. We're moving out.
You'd break up this family, please, Sissy. I just lost my books.
Can't you feel my pain? Just for once, not your own.
A tree has to be good for more than an oxygen source, more than wood supporting a bird's nest.
Mom, are you hearing a word I'm saying?
Carroll saw this, and he knew it, and he knew how to share this with us. That's what made him so special, his gift so very appealing. And when we allowed ourselves to share in his worlds, that's when magic happened, when spirits were allowed to believe that we could survive.
We are out of here, Mom. I'll not have my daughter believing in these fantasy fictions.
I'm asking that of her.
All you care about is those books. Always them, never us.
Sissy, you're my child.
Then why, when I needed you?
There were secret, hidden archives that I had sworn to protect.
I commend your imagination. You are outdoing Carol and Barry and all of those other misfits.
Stop clapping. I am telling you true.
Not going down that hole again.
It was during the second Red Scare. The purgers returned. That's when my mother came to my room and took my books away, removed them in an instant along with her own, and put them into a suitcase and marched them to be burned.
Holy shit.
A bonfire at City Hall. How I hated her after that.
Wait, we had books all around our house. You taught me to read from them.
Once the great ones got safer to scavenge, Mom asked me to help.
To do what?
To rebuild the collection.
But if she destroyed it before,
Truth was, she stashed that suitcase under the floorboards.
And she never mentioned it.
Once, when I got older, she told about the books and the enclaves that hid them, and where they might be found in, times of last resort, and of how this family, our family, was charged to protect them, to keep them with us, to pass them down from parent to child.
And you'd plan to share this with me when?
I'd hoped to, but you were so angry that it scared me. How could I entrust you with something so precious, so fraught?
The books or the knowledge of the enclaves?
You could have compromised both to get back at me. Thought you'd let it slip. You had access to demonized volumes. And then all of the humanities archives would have been lost.
Is there just the one hidden archive, or are there many?
I believe there are many preserving the great literature, both past and present.
But not future.
We can hope, dear. We can't require.
Right. Hope. That thing with feathers. Seems I still remember my Emily Dickinson, too.
You remember that you're my child, and that I love you, and that books are just, books. I am sorry that my promise to my mom has caused you such pain.
It sounds like a plane or a helicopter?
There's a chopper in the lawn. It must be that agent. She said she'd be back if I couldn't forget, and I can't.
Calm down. You're safe with us, precious Molly.
I'm sorry to barge in, but this is important.
Gabriella.
Not dead?
But hurt.
The guardian angels lent me their helicopter.
Who lent you what?
So now you know.
You're an angel.
How could you be anything else?
An angel with wings.
Reinstalled and reinstated, thanks to you.
Bargain's a bargain.
Yeah, right. And my half is still unfulfilled.
You sacrificed your body, yourself, your all. How could you do anything more?
I have to be true to my promise, make good on my word.
Too late, Gabriella. It's over.
Am I hearing this right? You're not spinning some happy ending?
My books are shredded. Their stories, they're gone with the wind. Even I have to deal with the reality, like it or not.
Those books may be gone, but some pages detached on impact.
Whole pages?
Mostly scraps.
So there may be hope still.
Mom, no.
The Dead Sea Scrolls were in fragments, yet they survived.
And so long as their memory stays in the collective unconscious.
Collective consciousness, child, not in our unconscious.
We can't stand both?
Touché.
You're asleep on your feet, precious Molly. Time to go to bed.
But Nana, I'm wide awake.
Scraps can be reconstituted, their writings reclaimed.
Complete waste of time. They'll never be heard from or seen. Not ever again.
You can't choose to believe otherwise.
Not so long as the agency controls all that's aired and Googled.
Is that why the stories online always feel off?
In what way, child?
Just different from how I remember us reading.
You can really tell a difference?
It's called critical thinking, Mama. The game Nana plays with me to make sure I'm not cheating, not giving her back what she wants for me to repeat.
Nana's teaching you to think, to be your own person?
I'm not Pinocchio, Mama.
I should hope not. Hope none of us are.
Reclamations can succeed. Just take time and imagination and boots on the ground.
Enough boots to outfit an army.
One with legions and legions of soldiers. And elephants, too.
Elephants?
Like in General Hannibal's story of crossing the Alps, so that other kids could read and share the adventure.
Well, that feels surprisingly hopeful.
Feels good for a change.
It wouldn't take much to get such an effort going. To spread the news that great stories still have the power
to elevate us, to rekindle imagination.
And like phoenixes rising from the ashes.
Bingo. There may be hope for you yet.
I owe an apology, Mom. There is value in old and dear friends, both real and imagined. Oh, yuck.
Betty Davis agrees with you, Mama.
And I'll bet she'd like to help spread the word.
A dog?
There aren't four-legged ears attuned to four-legged wavelengths? It's been done before. Neighbors passing on stories that mattered. Gifts lent to us through our books and our work, our artwork, and through music.
And through moving panoramas.
Through what?
They used to call them crankies, constructions made from crates and simple boxes. And they had this window cut out of one side at the front.
Of course they did. And so a scroll with a story that's drawn on it is placed behind, and then like so, the story gets cranked along.
Ooh, fun. Do you think I could make one?
Why not? Yours may be among the last of its kind.
I like art and music and writing my own stories down.
Your stories?
My true and original ones, so they're not forgotten. I think I'll make a pretty one, and I'll decorate it.
Ah, and you shall. Only now, time to go back to bed. You can't write precisely with sleepy dust in your eyes.
Oh, let me tuck her in. If I'm to watch over her and those to come after, I'm going to need a lot of practice and lots of hydration.
I'm turning into, this has been an exhausting adventure.
It has been, Mom. Wild and wacky.
All done then. And you're back right where you belong.
Hey, what about me? You can't just leave me behind. Wake up! Wake up! I just had the iffiest dream.
Oh, whoa, me too.
Me three.
Look who's with us. On our side now?
What are you talking about? Aren't I always your G&T sister from Poly Prep 4?
Contrary-wise.
Not sure what that means exactly.
Me neither. But that word sure feels precise.
Gotta put this back where it came from, where it can stay safe.
Agreed.
Because it's our story now, to protect and preserve.
Consensus.
So, no more talking of this, or of Area X.
We can't come back?
Do we need to?
Guess not.
Then let's finish up and go.
Wait, I'm missing something. But what? I can't imagine.
Of course you can. Imagine.
Y'all can. We have to. Or too much gets lost in translation.
Just go with it, Glow Girl. With us.
We'll fill you in later. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be.
And when we find ourselves in the place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight.
Wait! I know where the story comes from. It's the one that Molly created, to be remembered.
Well, if she can create and imagine, then I can too. Write down my own stories. And all kinds of others as well.
To preserve and pay forward forever. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed.
To turn will be our delight. Till by turning we come round right.